Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to the top 100 influential figures or most influential figures in American history. This is a video that I searched up. I couldn't really find many videos on this, but this is one that did show up. It's a video that, I think it's like one of those comparison videos where it goes from one to another, like it sort of just passes along the screen. But there's a lot of people here, it's going to be a lot of reading, so I'm going to sort of hover through it here and there. But the audio is also turned off because it's those types of videos that the audio always gets copyrighted. But let's see these, because I feel like a lot of these people I will have heard of, I will know of, and like obviously George Washington, for example, he's gonna be at the very top, right? But there's many people that are around it, that like previous presidents, like people that were involved in like certain movements and stuff, that will be here. I don't know if you could like involve like, I don't know, like in terms of like culture, like musicians or actors, will they be in this video? I'm not sure. It's one of those things that's sort of down to preference, what sort of you believe in, and like what you're interested in and stuff. So it's not going to be a perfect list, right? Like you could probably put another 100 people in another list, and people would think that was like another list that sort of should have a lot of those people in this one. But yeah, we're going to see anyway. I mean, it's going to just show a lot of people that I will have heard of, and a lot of people that I assume that I probably haven't heard of. But yeah, let's check this out and see these influential figures. And yeah, I guess in the comment section, let me know what your sort of ranking, what you would disagree with. Don't do like 100 people, that's a lot, but maybe like a top 10 or people that were missing or something like that. But let's get into this, man. It should be interesting. Herman Melville, novelist and poet. He made Moby Dick. Damn. Richard Nixon. For good or for bad, I mean the president, of course, we know a lot about him. Booker T. Isn't there a wrestler called Booker T? Or ex-wrestler called Booker T? Leading voice for former slaves. Damn. Wow. Stephen Foster, the father of American music. The father of American music. In 1826. He died young. He died at what? 38. I guess in these times where people did die very young. Ralph Nader, he's actually still alive. He played a critical role in helping make modern automobiles. Samuel Goldwyn. So he's to do with Hollywood. George Eastman founded Kodak. I never knew Kodak was an American brand or American company, actually. So he's obviously, I guess, important in the evolution and creation of cameras and photos and stuff, as it says there. Nat Turner, the most successful American history rebel slaves. The most successful of American history rebel slaves. John Steinbeck, for his unique ways of recording life during the Depression era. Yeah, so this is going very quick. I'm not going to read every single one, but I'll obviously see them. So actually, I will read everyone. Fuck it. Lyman Beecher was a preacher. Jonathan Edwards, theologian. But he was in the early stages of America. Walter Lippmann coined the term Cold War. So he's a journalist. Enrico Fermi, I guess he's of Italian descent, right? Backbone of the quantum theory and atomic bomb. Damn. Benjamin Spock. His book, Baby and Childcare, helped change how Americans take care of their children. Mary Baker Eddy, founder of the Church of Christ. So these are people from all different eras. Ernest Hemingway. Simple, powerful prose of interest, life, still influencing Americans today. Thurgood Marshall. What a first name. Thurgood Marshall. He was a lawyer. James Fenimore Cooper was a writer. George Gallup, statistician. So he was involved in polling and stuff, I guess. Margaret Mead, anthropologist. William Randolph Hearst. I've heard of him, unless there's another Hearst that I've heard of. I don't know why I would have heard of him. I mean, he's like to do with like the Spanish-American War and stuff. Louis Armstrong, musician. He's got some absolute hits, hasn't he? Okay, so this is showing it's a complete mixture of all different people. I do wonder if there's going to be any like, sort of modern day-ish people, like to a degree, modern day as you can be. John Brown, abolitionist, so involved in the Civil War. Betty Friedan, To be fair, she passed away like around 20 years ago. So writer and activist Frank Lloyd Wright, an architect. Babe Ruth, of course, baseball legend. Brigham Young, founded Salt Lake City, he's a religious leader. Cyrus McCormick, invented Mechanical Reaper. What's the Mechanical Reaper? I don't know what that is. Businessman knows that he's got that money. Sam Walton, entrepreneur. Oh, so he founded Walmart. Crazy. Noah Webster, lexicographer. I don't know what the hell that is. Lewis and Clark, the expedition. Yep. So they're like, again, early stages. James Gordon Bennett, James D. Watson, biologist, geneticist. P.T. Barnum. I don't know what Barnum and Bailey is. Elvis Presley, of course. He's 66, man. He's like the name. Like growing up, you always hear like Elvis Presley, for example. So it's mad to think that there's gonna be that many people ahead of him. Henry David Thoreau, philosopher. Jane Addams, social worker. George Marshall, soldier. So during World War II, organised America's efforts during the World War II and rebuilt Western Europe after the war. Legend. Salute to you. William James, philosopher and psychologist. It's weird to think psychologists in like the 18th, the 18th, 19th centuries. Because I feel like psychologists in those eras wouldn't have really been valued as much, but it's pretty interesting to see that is, I guess, the founder. He's the one who started all of it. That's actually really interesting. Samuel Gompers, Labour leader. William Faulkner. I've heard of him, for sure. I've definitely heard of him. Louis Sullivan, architect. John C. There's a lot of people that I haven't heard of, to be honest. John C. Calhoun, statesman and political theorist. Robert E. Lee, soldier, commander of the Confederate States Army during the Civil War. Horace Mann, educator and reformer. John Quincy Adams, yep. How about him? Bill Gates, of course. John Wendell. Oliver Wendell Holmes. It's really hard to read when it's moving. Jurist. So he was involved in court. Joseph Smith, religious leaders. Margaret Sanger. Okay, so there's a lot of it's just a wide array of mixes, isn't it? So Oppenheimer, yeah, we know about you, sir. There's a whole film about you just 2 years ago. That's mad. That film was 2 years ago. Bloody hell. Frederick Douglass, social reformer, national leader of the abolitionist movement, and the most influential African American of the 19th century. William Lloyd Garrison, journalist. Samuel F.B. Morse. Lyndon B. Johnson, obviously, president. W.E.B. Du Bois. Is that how you say it? Du Bois? Sociologist and activist. Eleanor Roosevelt, longest serving First Lady. Harriet Beecher Stowe. John Dewey, educational reformer. Rachel Carson, marine biologist. What an interesting job. Susan B. Anthony, women's rights activist. J.P. Morgan, money, banks, all that kind of stuff. William Jennings. Jackie Robinson. So he's ranked higher than Babe Ruth. So the first African American to play in Major League Baseball. So I guess in terms of that sort of like, that kind of, I guess that does kind of make sense. Like in terms of like, I don't know, history. Babe Ruth in terms of a player is probably the most well-known sportsman in history in the US. But this is influential. I guess I kind of get that. So when would he have played then? Like 1940, 1939? I guess you would have started around like 20 years of age, right? Jonas Salk, virologist, involved in vaccines. People ain't gonna be happy with you, my friend. I am, though. I appreciate the work you've done. Ralph Waldo Emerson, Albert Einstein. It always baffled. Wait, you know what? Let me just see. Albert Einstein. I don't want to say it because I feel stupid. He is German. I guess in terms of America, like he all of his stuff, his inventions were in the US and stuff, I assume. When did he move Life and career. No, I'm not even reading for his life. You know what? I'm not going to read into that, but I guess a lot of his inventions were in the US, which does make sense. And in that case, Albert Einstein being 32 is mad to think. He should be a lot higher, no? But I guess maybe there's more to it. Henry Clay, politician, fought in many wars, or he presided over many wars. Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Earl Warren, Dwight D. Eisenhower, obviously the president. Eli Whitney, inventor of the cotton gin, helped shape the economy of the antebellum South. Walt Disney, 26, animator and businessman. Yeah, influence is still seen today. John Adams, obviously the second president. Oh, so he was the first vice president and second president. Okay. Alex Graham Bell. Or Alexander, not Alex. It's very informal of me. Invented and patented the first practical telephone. Damn. Is that why it's called Bell? Isn't it Bell? Like, there's like in the UK. I don't know if it's the thing in the US, but I'll like saying I'll bell you later. It's like I'll call you later. Is that from him? Probably not. But that's interesting. The Wright brothers, obviously the plane. Walt Whitman, poet. His ability to write in singularity. In a singularly, that's a hard word to say, American character earned him the title Poet of Democracy. Harry S. Truman, president, of course. Andrew Carnegie. How do you say that last name? I'm butchering. I've done a lot of talking today. This is like 4 hours of videos. Philanthropist. Thomas Paine, activist and revolutionary. Andrew Jackson, statesman and soldier. Ronald Reagan, 17. Damn. I guess he wasn't active before. Was he really famous beforehand? Like, was he like a well-known actor, or was he like just an actor that was just there, and then he was really famous from becoming a politician? I don't know, but yeah. Mark Twain. He wrote the Great American Novel. Okay. Theodore Roosevelt. He died in 1919. Damn. Henry Ford, obviously the cars and Ford and stuff. James Madison, fourth president, statesman. So he's on. What the fuck's that? What's the fuck? Me, my head's gone today. What's the rock called? You know, I don't need to say it. U.S. presidential rock. Bro, my head is fried. Mount Rushmore. He is on Mount Rushmore. Jesus Christ. Mount Rushmore. Ulysses S. Grant. So, politician and soldier. 18th president of the United States. Led the Union Army in winning the American Civil War. John D. Rockefeller, businessman and philanthropist. Wealthiest American of all time. Jesus Christ, that is something. He lived to 98. I feel like in these times, that is like living to like 120 now. Like living to 98 in the 18th and 19th century is pretty insane. Woodrow Wilson, politician and lawyer. Thomas Edison, inventor and businessman. The phonograph, motion picture cable, and the electric light bulb. Yeah. Martin Luther King, 8th, of course. John Marshall, 7th. Benjamin Franklin. So now it's like a lot of political figures, right? Alexander Hamilton. See, I've never heard of Alexander Hamilton, but to be fair, he's 1755. Like, he's early. He is an early boy. Well, to be fair, so is all of them are. Benjamin Franklin is, of course. So yeah, Benjamin Franklin lived till 84. Again, I feel like for this year, these times, that is a very long time to live. But I guess when you're living the best of the best in those times, you're still gonna get like, I don't know, just a longer lifespan, right? But so Roosevelt, Thomas Jefferson, statesman, founding father. George Washington, soldier and founding farmer. Fucking hell. Founding father. So it's going to be the founding fathers. Number one. But I said George Washington would be first, didn't I? Oh, it's all dramatic. Oh, who's it gonna be? Oh, Abraham Lincoln. The 16th president of the United States. He led the nation through its greatest moral constitutional. Guys, it's been a long day and political crisis in the American Civil War. Bro, my head is fried. Well, there we go. To be fair, this is very interesting. There's a lot to see, a lot of reading. I probably ruined your ears talking too much, but you know what, it is what it is. But yeah, no, JFK, that is mental. That is actually very true. Where the hell is JFK? I love how Abraham Lincoln is number one, the best president in US history. But there we go. Hopefully you guys found this interesting. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, let me know some more about this. Who would you rank where? Again, JFK not being in this is mad. I think this description did say he didn't make the list. It was from... The list is based on an original compilation from The Atlantic. So, yeah, an American magazine based in Boston. So he didn't make it himself, or they didn't make it themselves. But yeah, this was the video. Let me know your thoughts. And until next time, like, subscribe, and peace.